Right now, as we speak, America is in a state of partial paralysis. We're in crisis mode, folks. A US government shutdown is officially underway. What does this mean? In simple terms, Congress and the White House have failed to agree on a budget. And as a result, a significant portion of the federal government has just been forced to close its doors. It's a high-stakes political showdown, and caught in the middle are millions of ordinary Americans. Let's talk about the real, immediate human cost of this. We're looking at about 1.4 million federal workers directly impacted. That's 1.4 million people whose lives have been thrown into chaos overnight. Some are deemed essential, which means they have to keep working. But here's the kicker. They won't get paid until this shutdown ends. Others are being told to stay home, placed on unpaid leave, effectively losing their income indefinitely. Imagine your paycheck just vanishing, with no idea when it's coming back. That's the reality for countless families right now. Mortgages, rent, groceries, car payments, all of that is now a source of immense stress and uncertainty. This isn't just a political headline, it's a financial crisis hitting kitchen tables across the country. So, what actually stops when the government shuts down? It's more than just politicians arguing. We're talking about tangible services we often take for granted. Want to visit a national park like Yellowstone or the Grand Canyon? They're closed. Museums and monuments in Washington, D.C. closed. But it gets more serious. The agencies that ensure our food is safe, that monitor environmental hazards, and that process things like passport applications and small business loans, many of their operations are grinding to a halt. While services deemed essential, like air traffic control, border security, and Social Security payments will continue, the shutdown creates a massive disruption in the daily functions of the country. This isn't a drill. The machinery of government is being systematically powered down, and we'll all feel the effects. How did we get here? This political gridlock is, unfortunately, a recurring theme in modern American politics. The core of the problem is a failure to pass the appropriations bills that fund the government. Think of it like a household budget. If you can't agree on how to spend the money, you can't pay the bills. In this case, the sticking points are deeply partisan. One side is demanding certain policy changes or spending cuts be included in the budget, while the other side is refusing to budge. The budget, which should be a routine piece of legislation, has been turned into a political weapon. Each side is betting that the public will blame the other for the disruption, and they are holding the paychecks of federal workers and the stability of government services hostage in this high-stakes game of chicken. It's a manufactured crisis, born out of an inability to compromise. The impact of this shutdown extends far beyond Washington, D.C. and federal employees. It creates a ripple effect that slows down the entire U.S. economy. Think about it. Government contractors aren't getting paid. Local businesses that rely on federal workers as customers see their sales plummet, and major projects get put on hold. Financial analysts estimate that a shutdown like this can cost the economy billions of dollars each week. It shaves points off our GDP growth and, perhaps most importantly, it shakes investor and consumer confidence. When the government itself appears unstable, it makes everyone more hesitant to spend, invest, and hire. It's like throwing a giant wrench into the gears of the economy, and the longer it goes on, the more damage it does. This isn't just a political problem. It's an economic self-inflicted wound. So what's the path forward? How does this end? Historically, shutdowns conclude when public and political pressure becomes too intense for one or both sides to bear. As constituents get angrier and the economic damage mounts, the incentive to find a compromise grows. The resolution will likely involve a short-term funding bill to reopen the government while negotiations continue on a longer-term deal. Or, one side could cave to the other's demands, though that's less likely given the current polarized environment. Predicting the exact duration is tough. It could be a few days, a few weeks, or even longer. It all depends on which side blinks first. The only certainty is that until they reach a deal, the country remains in this costly and unnecessary state of limbo. This whole situation is a stark reminder of how political division at the highest levels can have very real and damaging consequences for everyone. It's a failure of leadership that directly impacts the livelihoods of public servants and the stability of the nation. We'll be keeping a close eye on developments here in Washington, and we'll bring you updates as soon as they happen. It's a complex issue, and we hope this explanation helped you understand what's at stake. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video informative, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel for more in-depth analysis on the stories that matter. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next update. Stay safe, and we'll see you in the next one.